One of the things I hated the most when I was studying industrial design before doing my master's in car design was thinking too much about how it works. I remember I was doing my bachelor's degree project with a company called Hydromec, a construction vehicle company. I used to work there also as a part-time designer while I was still studying in the university. And my project was a compact city construction vehicle. And we had these critic meetings with the professors in the school to check the project, how it's going, and like pre-meetings before the final presentation and everything. And right around at the beginning of the project, I prepared my brief and I started working. I started sketching and I was thinking about the design language of this company and also thinking about this vehicle should be friendly to people rather than aggressive or like super strong and like an animal. It should be more friendly because it will be in the urban life. It can be still confident and it can still show that construction vehicle features. However, it should fit to the urban life more. People shouldn't be scared when they walk on the street and see this construction vehicle, in my opinion. So I was focusing more on this, like the proportions of this vehicle, the graphics of this vehicle, the color, the design language, even the surface treatment and everything to see it as a designer. But one of the first comments from one of my professors was something about the durability of the chassis of this vehicle, like about the connection of the wheel to the chassis. And I was like, why are we thinking about this right now? It's like the beginning of a concept project, beginning of a vision, and why are you telling me right now about the connection of the wheel and the chassis and some durability and the materials about it? Like, this type of things annoyed me a lot when I was a student. Of course, as a designer, you need to know how things work at some level, but at the end, you are not an engineer and it shouldn't be your priority. I always wanted to get education about the aesthetics, about the proportions, about the colors, the graphics, because by changing this stuff, you can change the product or the car or any vehicle or whatever you design, you can change it a lot. Because these are the things which will trigger the emotions of the clients, emotions of the users of these products. And I remember I was discussing with this professor on that time, like, if you will think that much about the mechanics of this, about the technical parts, why are we even sketching all this stuff? And we can just go downstairs, because downstairs in the same building it was the engineering department. And I was like, we can go there and discuss with them how it will work at the end. So why are we even bothering with the sketches and the aesthetics and stuff? Because I said, like, I want to learn these, I want to focus on these, I want to be a designer. And it was like always ongoing discussion with them. And it was always like a friendly discussion, by the way. I'm not saying that it was like a disrespectful fight or something. It was really nice to discuss these things. But after these discussions, not much changed. Like, my mind didn't change, their mind didn't change. But it was always good to like talk about this stuff. Of course, in industrial design, it's a little bit more important to understand how things work, or the material thickness, or how it will be produced and everything. Because in car design, it's a little bit more separated, the engineering and the design part. There's also a middle department in between, like design engineers or studio engineers. It's another topic we can talk in another video. But in car design industry, the designer's job is a little bit more specific than industrial design. Because in industrial design, you have more connection and more interaction with these production methods. But still, in my opinion, as a designer, the thing that differentiates a designer and an engineer is about this aesthetics, about these feelings, about how this product will make people feel. I'm not saying it is better or more important than engineering. They both are important. But what I'm trying to say is, why to try to do the engineer's job, right? Because they are specialized on this. They are experts on this topic, so why to even bother yourself to try to do their job? You add your own value as a designer and they will add their value, and in combination of these two, there will be the best product. So I was always annoyed by this when I was studying industrial design, but later, after that, when I go to car design masters, it changed a little bit, because in car design masters, we didn't talk that much about this much technical stuff. Of course, you need to still know, as I said, the package, you need to know how it works more or less, but you don't need to go super details. And at least, I mean, you can go to these details after you found your design, after you fulfilled the design requirements. And today, as a professional designer, when I look back, I was wondering a couple days ago, like, do I still think the same way? Like, I remember as a student, I was discussing with my professors, was it true what I did? And yeah, I think I'm still in the same mindset. I still think that designers' values, designers' priorities should be a little bit different than like always how it works and this type of things. You need to add this aesthetical value. You need to understand, by changing the graphics, by changing the proportions, by changing the surface, how can you affect the life of the user? How can you affect the decision-making process of your user? And overall emotions about this product or the car or whatever you design. And what is your opinion on this topic? Are you a designer? Are you a design student? Are you an engineer? Please let me know your opinions on the comment section so we can discuss about these things. I love to see your opinions. And if you watched until here, please give me a like and subscribe to the channel if you are new, and I will see you on the next video.